It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
And welcome back to the Pink and Max podcast. This is, I don't know what week of the NFL season, but I know this is episode 15 of the podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in for yet another week, 15th straight week, another consistent week of giving you guys some more sports news analysis and just stupid ass takes from two people who somewhat know what they're talking about when it comes to NBA and or basketball, football, just just sports in general.
We know a little bit about something. I mean, Max is shooting about 1 for 10 on his takes, but hey, man, we're moving on.
So I want to, you know what? I already had a plan on how I was gonna do this, but since you just said that, I'm not gonna start off with that. We'll get into that a little later about the take that I was correct about, but. Before we do, let's talk about the NFL, okay? We are this is week 16 or 15? 16?
I think it's 15 or 16.
One of the two. Okay.
I think we're going into week 16, and we just finished week 15.
Yes. So let's look at the NFL, right? A lot of injuries going on.
Yeah. Right. Vontae Adams is out with a pulled groin.
And both Micah Parsons and Patrick Mahomes have torn their ACLs.
And believe it or not, but Patrick Mahomes, who is Tom Brady 2.0 at this point, tore his ACL against the same team that Tom Brady tore his ACL in his 9th season around the same time. But guess what happened? Patrick Mahomes is actually having a possibility to make it back next season, early next season, because he didn't tear ligaments in his knee, which is God gifted because that's usually what happens when you tear your ACL. And if that's true and if that's the case, Max, I think he's going to mess around and win another Super Bowl next year.
I think next year is a stretch. Okay, but I'm
just gassing.
Yeah, listen, all right, Travis Kelce's probably going to retire after this year, given the whole circumstance of the Kansas City Chiefs right now, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's not forget, Andy Reid is also getting pretty old, and he might want to retire
He's
soon.
like Greg Pop. He's going to retire until he physically can't no more. But
you don't know, though. Andy Reid might be like, you know what? I have, how many rings does Andy Reid have? 4? He won one with the Eagles.
He didn't win one with the Eagles. The Eagles didn't have a ring before he Oh wait, did he win that year with Nick Foles? Was that him?
That was him.
Are you sure that's him? I don't
Andy
think that was
Reid.
him, bro.
Eagles.
I thought he had 3.
Andy Reid, Super Bowls. Let's just double check real quick.
Yeah, bro. Don't be giving me false ass takes.
Oh. Okay, so he has 3 with the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I knew he didn't win nothing.
And 1 with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Damn it.
He actually has another one with the Packers as an assistant.
That don't count. Don't count.
So, yes, let's see. The Super Bowl, oh my God, I'm not good with Roman numerals. XXIX. Either way, okay, he's got 1 with the Eagles, okay?
Okay.
So, he's got 4 Super Bowls. He's not getting any younger, all right? He might be like, you know what? It might be time to hang up the
headset. Hall of Fame career.
He's 67. Okay. He's 67 years old.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
No, say it.
I'll pass.
Please do.
Excuse me.
Please do.
He's 67 years old. He's 6'7".
6'7"?
Yeah.
8'9".
Oh my God. But yeah, he might be thinking it's time to just wrap it up. 4 rings, all right. 3 of them in the last 10 years, not even like 7 really.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest coaches ever.
Yeah, he doesn't
honestly
need to do anything else.
He's not Belichick level, but
so I have an opinion on that. Okay.
Because honestly, I don't think it's crazy to say that he's Belichick level, but in terms of because of how he coaches and his teams are always pretty elite.
Quarterbacks make their head coaches, okay? The reason why Bill Belichick was so good was because of Tom Brady. Look at what Tom Brady did when he left.
And the defense.
And the defense.
And Randy Moss.
But look what Tom Brady did when he left. He won a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in his first year.
Showed that he didn't need it. And then, Belichick kind of...
And I'm sorry, in my eyes, Tom Brady will always be better than Patrick Mahomes because of the fact that, A, his longevity. I don't think Mahomes is going to last that long. I don't think he's going to 43 years old. That's OD, dude.
I feel like I want to agree with you, but I also It's hard to tell, you know. I mean, we're in a new generation nowadays. You know, they be they kind of be steroiding people. So like, isn't I don't know what they're gonna do to him to keep him healthy, but I think he's gonna play until he actually has brain damage.
I think 40 is where he's going to cap out at.
I'll give it. I'll give it at 42.
I don't see him getting 7 rings. Okay, and even if he does, Tom Brady beat him at 43 years old.
He did,
42.
I mean, yeah, the master always has to beat the prodigy before the prodigy beats the master, and I mean, he's never going to get a chance again.
Prodigy will never beat the master.
He will never get a chance again. But the one thing I will say about Mahomes, though, is why I don't think it's a crazy take for him to be the GOAT, future GOAT, and better than Tom Brady, is because, one, we got to take it into perspective. Tom Brady, yes, is he an absolute winner, and he does everything that it takes to win, yes. But Patrick Mahomes has already basically almost toppled over him on all of his stats.
Yeah, if we're talking about age to age, yes.
Well, I mean, yes, age to age, yes, he toppled over him on all his stats, age to age, and that's already showing a pretty damn good sign, Max. That's kind of crazy.
Like, for example, Mahomes is what, 30 now?
Do that.
Mahomes is better at 30 years old than Brady is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's definitely fair to say. Skill-wise,
what I will give people, if you say is Patrick Mahomes more talented than Brady in terms of everything, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think he is, yeah.
I'll give you that. But if you want to say that he's the GOAT over Brady right now, I was one of them. I can't say that no more. Because last year kind of did it for me. I think last year would have put him in the strong conversation because that would have been his 4th ring.
Yeah. Before turning 30.
He would have three-peated. He would have Max, if he three-peated, I'm not going to lie, we'd be having a complete different conversation right now.
No, I agree.
It took them having to build another super team, like the Eagles again, to beat him. And I'm not going to lie, the competition that Brady had to face in the Super Bowls that he won, they were really good. But I'm not going to lie, though. Mahomes, I always say Mahomes is like the LeBron James of football, in my opinion. I think he goes against so much different stars nowadays compared to Brady, where it's like, yes, you're going against top dogs and top stars, but Brady's also a very intelligent man. Mm-hmm. Mahomes is very intelligent, but he's going against, think about it. When you got to go against Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts before he was garbage, and you got to go against Devonta Smith when he's playing at his home and the best offensive line in the league and one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the league. That's crazy. And This is your second time doing it. Now you're 1-1 against the Eagles because the last time he faced the Eagles, he came back on him. What a bum ankle, Max.
The conversation is going to be continued. Mahomes still has another 10 years left in his career, so we still have plenty of time to revisit this conversation.
Yes.
But yeah, Patrick Mahomes is done for the rest of the season. Honestly, you don't want injury, but if an injury were to happen, it couldn't have happened at a better time because Mahomes is most likely going to come back.
Yeah, and they're missing the playoffs. So
yeah, so it's no point.
It sucks, but I mean, honestly, in Mahomes' perspective, you kind of wish the injury happened earlier because then, like, missing the playoffs, you feel like people would have just been like, oh, they're missing the playoffs because they don't have Patty.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
I also agree with you.
It's just been a really weird year for the Kansas City Chiefs. And another pretty weird year for the Green Bay Packers. Now Michael Parsons is going to be out for the rest of the season as well with the torn ACL.
But the difference with him is he's probably going to be out for a lot longer than...
Yeah, there's extended ligament damage there. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
That one sucks. Prayers out for all the injured players, especially Micah Parsons. Like I said, I didn't like you when you were in Dallas, but I damn sure did when you were in Green Bay.
Yeah.
So rest up, brother.
So
get healthy.
Next storyline we can talk about is the Sunday games, right? One of the Sunday games, the Patriots and the Bills. Now, this was a treacherous game for me to watch, which is why I didn't watch it. So I completely avoided it. And let me look at this game. All right. The Bills were down big to start the first quarter, or to start the first half, I should say. So it was 14-0 after the first quarter. I'm pretty sure it was like 21-0. They got 21 skunked until the Patriots responded with 10 points. And then, my bad. So the Patriots had 14, all right? They had 2 tutties in the first quarter. Okay, then they had another 10. 24-7 lead going into half. The Bills proceeded to score 4 touchdowns in the second half to the Patriots 1, and they ended up winning 35-1. If my math is right, that's a 24-7 comeback. Now, it was said that, it was going to be a close game by Sun standards, but because of how the Patriots dominated the Bills in Buffalo earlier this season, many were like, Drake May might be next. He might just take over Josh Allen now. I guess Josh Allen had that early dad strength and, capabilities to play because he was like, I'm going to go 50%, about 200 yards, 3 tutties. Drake May had a pick and no tutties. So, he had a touchdown. I think he had a touchdown. But still.
That's not MVP candidate worthy.
Josh Allen is still showing that he can still perform.
I mean, Josh Allen's still a top dog here. I mean, just because you're having a year like this doesn't mean that you're still not a legitimate top dog. I mean, look at Lamar. Lamar is the 2-time MVP, and their team isn't hot like that right now.
But Drake May's up next, man.
Drake May's
He's up next.
The future QBs right now, they're showing why they're the future.
Yeah.
Drake May, Caleb Williams.
Yep. I like Caleb Williams. I did not like him last year. I'm a big fan of his this year.
I'm a big fan of him this year. Jaden Daniels had a bum year this year, but
give him time.
It's his sophomore slump. Not everybody's sophomore slump is just playing bad. Sometimes your sophomore slump is in different ways. His is just injuries, and I'm happy that they shut him down for the year. But he'll come back next year even better.
A lot of these young quarterbacks, they have plenty of future of the league. Now, if we're talking about future, well, let's talk about the next couple of weeks for the season really quick.
Yep, absolutely.
And we're going to talk about a potential record that's going to get broken, okay?
Oh, geez.
Myles Garrett has 21.5 sacks. There are 3 games left for the Cleveland Browns.
And what are those 3 games?
Great question. Let's see. Because all he needs is a sack to tie. So basically, he needs to average half a sack a game for the rest of the season to tie the record. No, to break the record, actually.
Well, let's
train. Yo, NG Transit. Shh, please. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Hey, that shows the struggle. Don't worry, when we're making billions of dollars and stuff, you'll just be hearing random stuff.
Yeah.
That's from us, not trains.
Okay, so
Bro. I see it.
First game.
I'm looking right at
it. Gosh.
You were gonna say
gosh, he's gonna break the record.
You were gonna say something about
He's gonna break the record.
You think he is, bro? But what about
He's not gonna break it next week.
What about the?
Okay, so here's.
Max.
Okay. Listen, he's going to break the record. All right. So the next 3 games are the Buffalo Bills, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Cincinnati Bengals. He's breaking this record. Let me explain to you why, okay? The Bills' offensive line has been very testy this entire season. Deion Dawkins has arguably had, one of his worser seasons this year.
Even though it really hasn't been.
It's been a solid season for any left tackle. But it's not how he usually performs.
It's just not his All-Pro ways.
No, he might not end up as an All-Pro this year.
He's definitely not going to be All-Pro this year.
Right.
There's a couple tackles that are going to be over him this year.
And if you look on the right side as well, I don't know the name. I don't know the full extent of the tackles' names on the Bills, but they're a little shaky too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If he doesn't get a sack in this game, he's gonna break the record in the next 2 games.
He's gonna get a sack.
He's gonna get a sack. I know he's gonna get a sack, but here's the thing though: if he doesn't get a sack against the Bills, he's getting one against the Steelers.
Because what I think is gonna happen, he's gonna line up. He's gonna line up on both sides. He's not just gonna be against Dawkins.
Max, he's gonna get 4 sacks in his last game.
Yeah, the Bengals' offensive line.
He's gonna get 4.
He's gonna break the record. So I think he can break the record.
He's gonna make Joe Burrow quit football.
I think he can break the record against the Steelers. All right, I could see him getting.
I agree with that.
I could see him getting a sack against the Bills and then getting a sack against Steelers to break the record. I know it'll be in Cleveland, so that's pretty cool. And then against the Bengals, they're just gonna be like, all right, just extend the lead now. He's gonna have like 4 sacks.
And they're still gonna be getting blown out. That's the sad part.
Yeah, It's really unfortunate, but give Shedeur Sanders some time and
Shedeur is going to be a good quarterback. He's just getting dealt bad hands. Did you hear what Kevin Stefanski did this past week?
I don't want to hear what Kevin Stefanski did because a
lot
lot of the things that he's been doing is just ridiculous.
I'm going to tell you what he did, and he tried to lie about it because I heard it on Uncle Shay Shay Ocho. So I was listening to them talk during work, right? And I'm going to tell you this, and you tell me how disgusted you would be if you were in Shedeur's shoes right now. So Shedeur got his wristband, his play calling wristband.
Yeah.
He got it. They took it away from him.
Why?
And I would ask the same thing. After like a couple drives, they took it away from him. I think right before he threw a pick or something like that. And they gave him a new one, but it had like a bunch of different newer plays that they didn't practice all week that they're just all basically seeing. So Shedeur threw 3 picks in that game. And people want to be like, oh, Shedeur had a really bad game. Bro, when a coach does all that to make sure you fail,
I want to look into that.
please do, because I'm telling you, I heard it on Uncle Shay Shay. That is crazy. And then they asked him about it, and he said, "Yeah, no, we switched it out just because we felt like there was something on it. You know, you don't gotta lie."
He sent out the wrong wristband. Okay, so it wasn't done purposely, but he still sent out the wrong one. That's bad. Nah, bro. No. There's no shot he did that on purpose.
Max, have you seen RDC lately? Have you seen those boys lately?
No, I haven't.
There was one where they were like, how Shador Sanders' coach feels about him. And he was like, hey, Dylan, oh, man, Dylan got hurt. He's like, don't worry, Shador's not going to do anything. He threw a touchdown. He's like, hey, big dog, what are you doing? Don't block for him. What are you doing? He's like, don't block.
I don't think Kevin Stefanski did that on purpose. But the fact that it was even an accident just shows how dysfunctional this organization is.
No,
he should have been fired midseason at that point.
He should have been fired after drafting 2 quarterbacks in the draft.
And that's more of a GM.
One of them being, I mean, yes, the GM, but also the head coach is with the GM. They're the ones that have to coach the team. So he's the one that runs the offense.
I look at it like the GM ultimately has the final decision. However,
he does.
However, I will say this: Stefanski should have dropped Dylan Gabriel after like the second game because that was ridiculous.
You drafted one of the worst. Bro, I don't care if he was in the Heisman talks or anything. I don't care about that. He is not good. What is the dudes that we were talking about earlier? The ones that get mad at New York sports and stuff like that.
The New York jokes. I love those guys. They talk about the Jets though. They only talk about the Jets.
No. But I'm gonna say it like them. Dylan Gabriel stinks. He can't play football. He's garbage. He's trash.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk about Dylan Gabriel. It's just the Cleveland Browns is just dysfunctional. Once they have a solid head coach and a different system going on, I could see them being a playoff team in the next 2 to 3 years. Right now, it's going to take some time because there's no way they're going to get it running now.
They need a lot to build. They need line. They need offensive linemen. They need a defense to cover up for Myles Garrett because Myles Garrett is the most dominant edge rusher, possibly on the pace to be probably the greatest defensive player ever. And
he's on pace, yeah.
He's definitely on pace. And if he breaks his record, he's definitely going to start getting close to conversation, but then he has to keep doing that. And if he keeps, I could see him, Max, realistically, breaking his own record twice, at least.
I don't know. It's possible, of course, because of how dominant he's been. I'm curious to see how next season will be. I don't think he's going to have 23 sacks next season. I can see him having like 16.
No, Max, I think a down year for him would be 16, and that's a ridiculous down year.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous down year.
I want to see Myles Garrett do good. That's like my big thing.
I do too. After the whole helmet thing when he smacked Mason Rudolph in the dome, like I've been wanting to see him succeed.
Yeah. He also got a Japanese girlfriend. He's been learning Japanese as of late. I don't know if you've seen him. He said something in Japanese, and I was like, damn, this guy's all right. Okay, Garrett, I see you, Miles.
You know how he been learning it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
speaking of learning,
I wonder if he been playing good.
Speaking of learning, I want to talk about the NCAA, specifically one team.
I'm listening.
I say learning because I went to this school for 4 years. Okay. I got my degree in May from this school. I supported the basketball program for 4 years with this school. My freshman through junior years, this team was well over 500. They were solid teams. They were always competing. My freshman year, they made the NCAA tournament. Sophomore year, I don't remember if they did. Sophomore year, I think they also did. I can't remember, though. Junior year, they made the NIT and lost. And then senior year, we had one of the best recruiting classes in the country. We were actually top 3. Rutgers men's basketball was top 3. I don't know if you know this. In collegiate basketball, Rutgers had the 3rd best recruiting class with Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper.
Yep, I know.
Okay. I could be wrong because I can't remember because I choose not to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look right now. Oh, was I right? Oh, I was right. They went 15-17 last season with 2 lottery picks on their team. Now, I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about the present. There is a yearly rivalry against Seton Hall, the New Jersey State Classic, whatever it's called. Okay. And usually it's a close game. Last year, Dylan Harper hit a game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer at Jersey Mike's Arena to beat Seton Hall. Seton Hall beat Rutgers by 22 points. 22. Shaheen Holloway's doing great things with this program, man. They're 10-1. They're doing awesome, all right? The Big East is always good basketball. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. But before that, Rutgers lost to Michigan, all right? Yes, Michigan's the number 2 team in the country, all right? But there's no reason for us to lose by 41 points. Okay. And yes, we won against Purdue, who at the time was the number 1 team in the country. Now they're number 6. And we ended up losing to them by 16 points. Okay? The reason why I'm reacting this way is 2 reasons. First of all, Rutgers men's basketball. They are dead last in the Big Ten. Dead last. These lovely people, these lovely people, raised student fees prior to us getting Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey for this future, okay? For a 5-6 record, 0-2 in conference play, to be dead last in the Big Ten Conference, okay? Here's why I'm also annoyed. The other reason why I'm annoyed is because I follow the NBA religiously, all right? And I'm a big fan of Dylan Harper. I have been for a long time. You know, and I follow the Spurs because of Dylan Harper. And obviously, we talk about Victor Wembanyama all the time. So, you know, I pay attention to their page. Now, I work in social media. So this bothers me. And it might not bother other people. But tell me why. Every time the Spurs post Dylan Harper is a collaborated post with Rutgers men's basketball. I want to know what contract the AD has with the San Antonio Spurs, because every time Stephon Castle does something cool.
You seem a little upset, bro.
I am upset because this makes no sense. Every time Stephon Castle does something cool, I don't see his school posting it. Where does Stephon Castle play basketball? Here, you want to let's see.
He played at UConn.
He played at UConn?
Yeah.
I don't see UConn collaborating and posting.
Bro, UConn's like one of the greatest basketball organizations ever.
Now, here's the thing about UConn. Over the last few years, yes, they are good. They are a great school, okay? But they're known heavily for holding on to transfer students and players in their 3rd and 4th years and developing them. A lot of the players that come from UConn aren't always going to be like stars or well-known, okay? Stephon Castle is one of the few exceptions. You could also talk about Kemba Walker at the time, all right? But back then, UConn wasn't even that good. UConn started becoming Ray Allen, but this is the 2000s, all right? It's not like we're talking about Duke, Kentucky, UNC, where these stars just come out of nowhere. Like, look at Paolo Banchero, look at Anthony Davis, you know, DeMarcus Cousins when he was in the league. It's not like that, all right? UConn could easily take advantage of the collaborated posts. This is just a me thing, but they don't care. Rutgers is doing this for a reason, because their team sucks. So they're trying to bank off of Dylan Harper and get their views and likes up. And now that the Spurs are in the NBA Cup Finals, they're up their asses like no tomorrow. This program, Rutgers basketball, gives me the biggest headache on the planet. Not to mention any other program that is within this school. Football, a prime example. I personally think they need to fire Greg Schiano. I've been saying this for 2 years. I don't care. I don't care if you made back-to-back bowl games, all right? And on top of that, you got an invite to a bowl game after going 5-7 and you still declined it. Bro, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Seriously, you want to run now I'm going on a rant. You want to run a fake kick 30 yards out with Jai Patel to try and get a first down in the last game against Penn State, a game that we should have won, by the way. All right, that's just football. Now back to basketball. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Y'all wanted to advertise Ace Bailey so much and say that he was so good. This was what I was right about. I knew Ace Bailey wasn't going to be this good to start off. I saw how he played against Chattanooga in his first year with Rutgers. His only year with Rutgers, it was like game 4. By the way, I think it's Tennessee, like his hometown, and they lost. You gave Ace Bailey the ball going down the left wing, and he bricked the 3. How do you lose to Chattanooga with 2 freaking top picks, top future lottery picks?
Ease me, bruh.
Okay, I knew Dylan Harper was going to be good. And that's why they're not really posting much about Ace Bailey, because they see how he's performing. So they're like, you know what, we're just gonna leech off of Dylan Harper. Harper, you're probably not watching this. Cut your ties, bro. Cut your ties. And then for Rutgers men's basketball, in totality, they need to fire Steve Pikiell. I loved Steve Pikiell in the first 3 years I was at Rutgers, there was something called the 65 speed limit at Rutgers University with their men's basketball program. That means any opposing team that they played, if they cannot get over 65 points, and Rutgers was great at keeping them under that because all Rutgers needed was about 70 points to win the game. That's it. There's a new AD. Steve Pikiell doesn't know how to change out of his ways. There's a lot of issues going on with the program. They are last in the Big Ten. Rutgers basketball is looking like how they did about 10 years ago. This is not good. They need to do something, and they need to do something now. And Dylan Harper needs to freaking cut his ties because there's no reason for them to be leeching off of him.
I agree.
That is my rant. That's
a great rant.
Now, we're going to switch over to the NBA. We're not really switch, but we're going to stay on the topic.
I agree, but before we go on to the NBA, I just want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Not even a rant. New York Football Giants. If you win another game, I'm going to have a problem.
So, I'm glad you brought this up because I talked to you about this. I'm going to be at the game that they could possibly win because
They're not beating the Vikings, bro.
they could beat the Vikings.
No, they're not. No, they can't.
Jackson Dart is a competitor, too.
Dartman Cartman is a dog. Did you know what's not a dog?
What?
Our receiving core.
But Jackson Dart might try to lead your team to victory.
He won't, Max.
He's going to try.
Watching
He's
the
gonna
last
try.
few weeks, Max. He can't. Max, he threw a ball last week to Jalen Hyatt. You know how beautiful of a ball that was? Jalen Hyatt's route, he ran, slowly stumbled, and then turned around for the catch, and it got picked off. Max, it looked like, you want to know how bad the route was?
How bad?
Max, it looked like if Jaden were to try to run a route on his BS, when Jaden just runs standing completely up and just turns, doesn't even bend his knees. That's how bad it looked, Max. And that's a professional football player we're talking about here.
This actually reminded me of something. And by the way, that's unfortunate. I still could see the Giants beating the Vikings, by the way.
I'm happy you can, because I don't want to.
You don't want to, but I see it happening.
I see it not happening.
So,
lose.
Really quick before we switch to the NBA, did you see this past Sunday Cam Ward running out of the pocket and throwing a dime to his receiver, and bro just dropped it? He had a bunch of pressure coming from both sides, and he had to scramble to the right side.
It happens every week.
He was running out of bounds. Dude, it was a dime. Bro dropped it.
Max, that's the problem with being the number one overall pick. Everybody want to be the number one overall pick for the money till you realize that you care that much about football to the point where you hate losing. And guess what? If you're the number one overall pick, Max, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're going to lose.
Yeah.
You got to understand that. You're going to lose. It takes a lot to win. Now, like I said, you're going to lose in your first year. It's a guarantee. Caleb Williams, though, guess what? His second year, he's doing pretty freaking good.
Yeah, but the Tennessee Titans they're also a dysfunctional organization.
No, they are. But guess what? There's a chance for them to turn it around just like I said, like Chicago.
I hope so.
They could turn it around, but because they have the pieces to turn it around. They got one of the best D tackles in the league. Mm-hmm. They got a young star quarterback who I think it could be a guaranteed star.
That's the one thing we keep agreeing on. We just feel bad for him.
I just feel bad for him. I don't think there's nothing else he can do to make a case.
No.
What else can you do about this? And I understand, don't get me wrong. I'm my Giants all the way around. I've been saying Jackson Dart's the best quarterback in this whole class. I said that hands down. But what I will be fair about, and I'll be blunt and fair and realistic, I can't just say Jackson Dart's going to be the best quarterback in this class. I can't say he is going to be. He is right now currently, but he's not going to. I can't say he's going to be.
That's a fair take.
Because Cam Ward has the potential to be something special. Shedeur Sanders has the potential to be something special. Bro, these young quarterbacks, all of them have the potential to be something special if they get the right pieces and the right opportunities around them. Now, if Jackson Dart does what I think he'll do with the pieces back around him, he'll go miles. But I can say the same thing for all of them. So I don't want to give him that title just yet. I think he has to earn it a little bit more. But that's just my personal opinion. But for now, let's keep that number one pick and let's trade to the Jets for Fernando.
Oh, my God. Couldn't you agree, though, that Cam Ward has the most potential?
Yes.
Okay.
Hands down.
The reason why I say that is because
his accuracy is ridiculous.
We just can't see it because of what he has. Shedeur has more than him, and that says a lot.
Cam Ward has the most potential. I think Shedeur in the future is going to be the most consistent.
Okay.
I think he's going to be the most consistent passer, which I think he'll average on pace about 230 a game. Maybe a couple tuds a game. I think Jackson Dart is going to have the most star power. And when I say that, because we say Cam Ward's going to have he has the most potential, right? Mm-hmm. When I say Jackson Dart has the most star power, I'm saying that in New York, we all know how you got to play in order to be in New York. Otherwise, you will get kicked out of New York because you can't handle it. You have to play a certain type of way. Mm-hmm. I think Jackson Dart is going to have not only his run game be more dominant, which I think it should be, because he was on pace before he got the concussions. He was on pace to break Jaden Daniels' rushing record, which is crazy. It's wild. I think he's already an accurate passer. I think he just needs receivers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his running back, okay? And he just needs people to stop dropping the ball. So that's another thing. And I think he also needs better play calling because he shouldn't be running certain plays. He shouldn't be running the ball at all right now based off the way that we're playing, and he's had so many concussions. Stop running the ball. But here's my thing. I think also his swagger, his energy towards this team, and when Scat comes back, I think that we have a different type of swagger right now in New York.
I love your team, dude.
I love my team, too, and I think it's going to be so much fun next year, and I think they have enough star power. I think he's going to bring star power.
I think here's my prediction for the Giants next season is like 9, probably, I could see 10 and 7.
I want to see the schedule before I say anything. That's my thing. I got to see the schedule.
I could see, without knowing the schedule, 9 and 8, 10 and 7. I mean that. Because this is a young, star-studded potential star-studded team. I have fun watching them play. You know me. I'm a big Cam Scottaboo fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Massive Cam Scottaboo fan. But you also look at Malik Neighbors too, and people forget that he's a potential all-pro receiver. Okay.
He listen,
and all Jackson Dart needs to do.
All
Jackson Dart needs to do is be decent. That's all
what
he
I'm
needs
saying.
to do.
Listen here. Here's why this team gets me souped. You know why? One, Malik Neighbors is not a potential. He was on pace to be an All-Pro this year because the way we were talking about him, we were saying he was the top 3 receiver in the league. When he was playing, we were saying, bro, he looks the most dominant, like one of the most dominant receivers right now. You can't guard him. So that's one. 2, we need to re-sign Wan'Dale Robinson because he's having one of the best receiver years this year out of any receivers. Mm-hmm. He's top 10 in receiving yards this year. He has about 800 and something receiving yards. He's almost at 1,000 receiving yards, and he's supposed to be only a slot receiver. You know how dynamic that is? Legendary. Get rid of Darius Slayton. And then, after that, we have, our tight end, Theo Johnson, is looking like a dog.
Darius Slayton has overstayed his welcome for, 2 years.
Get off my team. Get him off my team. After what I seen the other day, when literally the ball is right here, and I'm like, he's about to do it again. He's going to do it again. He's going to drop another touchdown. And then guess what happens after he drops it? Like, bro, you grabbed that 3 different body parts, bro. Stop lying. I know you're lying. Stop lying.
I'm not gonna say his name, but it's like this dude from high school, and it's like he banged his knee and he's only on his elbow, or it was something else. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I forgot what it was. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I remember when we were at Steinfeld, right?
Yeah.
He got the tween. So the kid got the in between the legs tween, snatched back, and the kid
the dude fell.
He broke his ankles, and the kid fell, and he twisted his ankle. He goes, your effing mother. He's like, And then our boy goes to check up on him. He goes, all right, so where's it hurt? He said, my ankle. My boy goes, so why are you holding on to your knee then? He said, oh, sorry.
Now, say exactly how you said it.
I don't want to,
Nah, you got to say it. It's
right.
funny.
So he was like, he runs up to him. Me and my best friend Darian and Max was there too.
I was there. This is hysterical.
All 3 of us were there. We're laughing. Me and Darian and Max were all giggling and stuff because he's about to get carried home by our mans. Deadass, he's about to put him on his shoulders and carry him.
And it's
home.
like a 4-block walk.
No, deadass, and he lives so close and he couldn't walk home. He was like, I can't get up. And then next thing you know, our boy goes, so where's it hurt? He goes, my ankle hurts. He said, the fuck is you holding on to your knee for then? He said, oh, sorry. He said, I said, yo, is he dead ass? And then I'm like, yo, guess what? After that, our boy lifts him up like this, like he's holding like a female or something. And then he's like, come on. He's like, come on. He's like, this is my son right here. I got to make sure he's all right. I was like, no, don't ever leave the court like that. That was the most disrespectful way to ever leave the court. And the dude that snatched his ankles, he's like, I didn't even do nothing crazy. Like, I didn't even mean to. Like, I'm like, geez, bro. I was like, you didn't have to break him like that. Like,
I've gotten dropped once before.
I've only
gotten dropped once.
I've never been dropped.
So, I know I've gotten dropped twice.
I've been dunked on.
You've been dunked on?
Yeah, in Connecticut, in Post.
Okay.
We went to the YMCA one time, and there was this kid that was like 17, and I was like 19, and he was like, bro, kid was a high flyer, bro. And I didn't know. Actually, I did know. When we got into the game, he threw the ball off the backboard and said, oh, and he said, yeah, I'm warmed up. I said, oh, yeah, we're losing. So, all right, my boy Pope was supposed to guard him. Pope didn't do too well on that.
I know I've had people try to dunk on me before. So I remember twice. I'll tell this story, and then I'll get to the one I got crossed.
Okay.
So the first one was Leon. He tried dunking on me once.
Leon tried to dunk on everybody, though.
So here's the thing, though. But, like, he could jump, right?
Leon was a jumper.
Bro was a slasher. So I remember...
He was not anything else. He was just a slasher, correction, because bro could not shoot. He thought he could.
Yeah. Yeah. Side note, you know his brother is a really good athlete?
Yeah, he's a track star.
Yeah, Rutgers.
Doesn't he go to Rutgers?
Yeah, like, he's really good at Rutgers.
Bro, he's fast
He's
as
like
hell.
he's all region, I think.
Bro, yes, he's fast
nice.
as hell, man.
He's nice.
Like, yes, he's fast as hell.
So, shout out to Michael Lawson and Leon Lawson. But I remember Leon, all right? We were playing ball, and I'm down in the paint. He got loose off the top of the key, and I'm in the paint.
That's how it happens.
I'm in the paint, and he's driving. And I'm like, yep. I moved the hell out the way.
Did he miss?
No, he fucking dunked it, dude.
He slammed it?
He slammed it. He was like, ah, and I'm like, don't look at me.
Bro.
I moved. I didn't do
You know
nothing.
what's crazy? There was one time I was playing with Leon, and he shot one for like 1 for 20, and the one shot he made was like almost for game, and he made it, and he thought it was game. He goes, "Get off my court, you suck." He's like, "I'm like that." I'm like, "Bro, you shot 1 for 20." He's like, "I don't care. Get off my court." I'm like, "Bro, you suck." Like, bro, that was my boy though, man. We used to just be.
He was cool. He was cool.
He was cool as hell. But hey, bro, you know basketball gets chippy. It gets competitive.
But like it was funny because he looked at me. I'm like, "Don't look at me, bro." I moved out the way. I made a business decision. All right, look at you. If you want
6'5",
if you want to, yeah. And at the time I was like 5'8". I was looking at him. I was like, if you want to look at someone, look at the mirror. Because I didn't do. Listen, I didn't jump
on nobody.
I moved.
You didn't dunk
I
on
moved.
nobody.
The second time was I was in Jersey City playing ball. It was either Jersey City or in Edison. The reason why it's such a gap is because I played ball with him before. It was a family friend's, I guess, nephew. He's like 6'6", 6'7", right? He's a cop, but he played ball at St. Anthony's, I think. And, you know, he's like in his 30s now, but every time we'd play with him, he was nice. Like, you just throw him a lob, he's punching that shit, right? So I remember he came down, because usually what he did, he'd do a post move and then do a standing dunk, like on some shock shit. So I was down in the post for some reason. I was like, how the hell did I end up here? And I'm trying to guard him, and I'm like, I already know where this is going. So I try pulling the chair and moving him. He stumbles, but he just goes right up and bop. And he looks at me. I'm like, dog, you didn't do shit to me. I moved. You were scoring either way. I wasn't getting embarrassed. So go ahead. Keep moving.
See what I'm saying, bro?
Now, when I got crossed twice.
Oh, jeez.
Jacquees,
There's no way.
he dropped me, but I'm explaining why. He stepped on my shoe on some Jalen Brunson shit.
Chill. That was an ankle breaker.
It was an ankle breaker. Hey, right? So, but no, he stepped on my shoe and I
Fourth
dropped.
wall break. It was an ankle breaker.
So he stepped on my shoe and I definitely fell. All right? I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Now, the time that I really got dropped was at the rec center. You remember Chris Gardner?
There's no. Yo, nah.
You were there. You were there, though.
Yes, I was.
But he was shifty. That's the thing.
He was
So-
Ben Simmons, bro. He was literally Ben Simmons.
He missed. I remember he missed a shot.
He couldn't shoot, and he couldn't shoot a free throw, but he could damn sure slash, and he could damn sure dribble.
So I remember he hit me with a cross, and like an idiot, I shuffled my feet instead of just like shifting, and my heels clicked, like they clapped, like if I was a freaking dancer, and I just fell.
I'm sorry.
And I looked at him, and all of you were like, "Oh!" And I remember it going like in slow motion. I was like, "Please miss, please miss," and he went like brick, and I was like, "Thank God."
He said, "Thank God." That would have been a highlight, bro.
Thank God. But that was bad. That was the only time I've ever been dropped.
Like I said, I've only been dunked on one time in my life, and that one time, like I said, my boy Pope was supposed to guard him. The game was up to 21, Max. You want to know how much my boy Pope gave the kid?
What?
Gave him 18.
Did he jump?
No. I didn't even know. So, right, I was tired because we played. I'm going to explain it. So, we played like 6 games before that, right?
Yeah.
I was exhausted. I'm gassed. I'm fat. So, right, I'm done. I'm trying to tell them, like, yo, I'm done. I was about to just let him go get a layup. Bro sees my big ass in the paint. I didn't see him. And then my boy Pope just gives it up, and he goes, "Oh." And I'm like, What? And I look up. As I look up, bro's kneecaps are already about to touch my face. I said, oh, geez. And I said, all I could do was just put my arms up like, and then, yo, I promise you, he dunked on me, bro. And then next thing you know, I like tripped up a little bit backwards. And then he was just like, oh, I need that. That was for game. So yeah, I've never been so embarrassed in my life, but that was for game. And he said, I need that. And
He got it?
No. They didn't record it. Thank God. They said they couldn't give out security camera recordings. Thank God. So that will never be brought out. But yeah, that's my life.
None of my embarrassing moments have been caught on camera in terms of sports.
Mine was. It just can't be leaked. It's like a sex tape. It cannot be leaked.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, let's get into this though, Max. What are we talking about? We're talking about the in-season tournament.
Yeah, let's talk about the NBA Cup specifically, like the final. Okay, we don't got to go too deep into how we got here. All right, we can talk about how Victor Wembanyama came off the bench against a 24-1 Oklahoma City Thunder and gave them 22-9 to win to move on to the finals of the Western Conference side, which I find to be insane. Yeah, Wemby's back, so we have something to talk about again.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. 22 points, 6 for 11, 1 for 1 on 3, 9 for 12 on free throws, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks.
That's a bad game for Wemby too.
And he played
22 minutes.
21.
Oh, my bad. I was off.
If you do all that in 21 minutes, Max, that's not a bad game.
For him, it is. I'm kidding. Let me stop the dick riding for a second, okay?
I'm sorry, sir. You got it.
Yeah, he got it. He got it. It's ridiculous, and we're talking about this because our New York Knicks have made it to the finals. The Cup Finals. The Cup Finals. The Cup Finals.
Make that very clear.
The Cup Finals. Because if we made it to the finals, we might have to take off from the podcast.
If we make it to the finals, guys, I'm not going to lie. This podcast might not be happening for a couple weeks because we will be in New York ranting.
I'm going to be in the city.
I'm going to be in New York. Sure.
I might not be able to be because of work.
No, you're going to be able to be.
Well, actually, I could try to convince them and be like, yo, I could record.
Max, you're going to be there. Because guess what? I'm gonna post a fake robbery. I'm gonna be like, this is a robbery. I need Maximus Sanchez specifically. He has all the money.
There might be a chance I might be able to go to the city if they win, but that's all hypothetical. Now let's get to the topic at hand. All right, the San Antonio Spurs are going against the New York Knicks in the Cup Finals tonight, Tuesday, December 16th. So you guys are gonna find out the result after. Here's my thought. Okay. Jalen Brunson had a 40 ball in his quote-unquote flu game. I don't think he was really sick.
He was just losing his voice.
Yeah, but he had a 40 ball, okay, against the Orlando Magic. And
Orlando Magic.
I just want to say Paolo Banchero had a really bad game.
Paolo hasn't been playing good at all. You know what, honestly, my opinion is about Paolo?
What?
I think they need to trade him.
Huh?
I think, call me, all right, so listen, hear me out when I say this. When Paolo got hurt against us, right? Mm-hmm. The minute he got hurt, you know who made them thrive? The Orlando Magic and bust our ass?
Jalen Suggs?
No.
Jalen Suggs had a great game.
Not just him. Franz Wagner.
You keep talking about this freaking guy. He's hurt.
Franz Wagner. No, I'm saying though, Max, when I tell you Franz Wagner is their guy, he's their franchise player, Max, this is not a black and white sport no more. The overseas guys are taking over, and he's one of them, Max. He's a dog.
I'm glad you said overseas guys, because this is a great segue.
Max,
we're gonna talk about Victor Wembanyama again since he's going against the Knicks.
I don't like want to talk about this because
I just want to say this. Okay, we have come to an agreement that Wemby's dropping 35 tonight against the Knicks. Okay,
yeah, I got a parlay on that.
I am sorry. I love my team wholeheartedly. There is not a soul on that bench or starting lineup that can guard him.
Mitchell Robinson, and watch when he locks him up today. I'm going to talk smack about it on the next pod.
You don't even believe that.
Mitchell Robinson.
Okay, let's go through the lineup. I love OG, okay? He's a great defender.
We can name key players for each team. I think key players for...
We have more key players. That's the thing. Which is why I could see us winning this game.
We definitely do have way more key players. I think their key players right now are the big three, and that's Wemby, Castle, and Harper.
Yeah, Fox has been on and off lately.
Fox has been very 50-50, but he can go off.
I feel like once Fox and Harper learn how to be a 1-2 punch in the backcourt,
I won't take it against them to learn that tonight.
That would be bad for us.
That'd be really bad. But guess what happens though? You have nobody. And when I say nobody, you have nobody to guard Mr. Number 11, our GOAT. I don't think there's a single man on that team that can guard him just as much as we don't have a single man to guard Wembanyama.
So, and this is what we kind of talked about before. The big thing about this game is we just got to go tit for tat.
We have to.
It's going to be a score. It's going to be a high-scoring game.
We have to take advantage when Wemby is out.
Yeah,
when Wemby is out, we have to take advantage.
So we just saw a stat. I don't have the exact numbers, but I'm trying to remember.
It was minus 19.
And plus 21 when he's on the court.
Minus 19 when he's off. Plus 21 when he's on.
That's ridiculous, by the way. For a plus-minus,
that means we need to be busting their ass when he's out.
Because when he's in, he's going to make the game close.
He's going to make the game hard. But when he's out,
we have a chance. And our bench is deeper,
saying there's a chance.
Our bench is deeper, too.
Hey, and listen, honestly, you know who my key guy is right now?
Deuce?
Deuce ain't playing.
Oh, he's still hurt.
Deuce is still hurt. Deuce and Shamet are still hurt.
You know Mikhail?
No.
I want to keep guessing until I can get this.
Okay.
Tyler Kolek.
No, but he could be one of them now. Potential.
Jordan Clarkson.
No, you know who I'm going to say.
Pacomi?
No. Well, he's not even playing. But
Josh Hart?
Yes.
I could see that.
Josh Hart is my key guy because today I'm going to tell you, if Josh Hart messes around and gives us points, not only points, and he does his regular assist and rebound ratio, the points, if he has the points onto it, I think we win this game.
Well, I mean, he needs that money to get his watches back.
Oh, and give a gift for his wife.
Have you seen his averages for the cup? He's going off lately.
Averaging damn near, 18-point triple-double?
Yeah, it's like 8. It's something like 18, 8, and 8, something like that. I think. I don't know. I could be
don't play about his paper, but you know what's crazy? His former coach in Villanova always said, "Oh yeah, we knew he could do this."
Yeah.
Where the hell was this at? Where was that? Where was that? Where was that last year? Really, when I needed it. But I will not lie. You stepped up a lot in the playoffs. But that I feel like that scoring though would have helped us in the playoffs a lot more if he tried, if he wasn't so passive. I feel like sometimes he has to learn how to be more dominant in the ball because he is a scorer.
Well, we saw 2 years ago that he can easily take over a game against the Sixers. Let's not forget, he was averaging like 50% from 3 in the first round.
That game was, because before that, think about it, he wasn't shooting well at all.
Well, he hurt his wrist.
I know, but then he just pump fake double clutch 2 3-pointers, and then after that, everything went well, I guess. It was all sunshine and rainbows. But
I love Josh. Josh Hart's my favorite player.
I do too.
That man is quite literally the heart of the city.
He is the heart of the city, no pun intended.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game tonight. I could see the Knicks winning 115 to 110. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a really close game.
I can see that. Me personally, the way I feel about it, this is gonna end up in 2 ways. Either Spurs are gonna win a close game, or we're gonna win by at least 10.
I think if we win by 10, it's gonna be because of garbage points. That's how I think.
I agree.
It's going to be
when I say garbage points, though, I mean we win by 10 because we were already up and our guys are still just out there.
Okay. All right. It's going to be interesting. I'm really excited. Oh, they're about to talk about it right now. Oh, look at Jalen Brunson, man. So inspirational. Look, his footwork is crazy.
Bro, my GOAT.
I'm sorry, though, but that step through, okay, he's not going to get away with that with Wemby because Wemby's sending that to the 5th row.
Well, remember, he's not putting that up against Wemby.
Yeah, you're right. He's going to pass it out.
Wemby, I'm not going to lie. The one liability is if Wemby's in the paint trying to double, we do have a 3-point shooting big, and his name is Carl.
Carl. Meow.
There's going to be Cat that side.
Yeah, Cat needs to have a solid game. He needs to shoot well. That's the big thing too with him.
He just needs to shoot well. That's literally because he's not going to get too many paint touches, so he's going to have to shoot well.
Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it for the episode, guys. Thank you for tuning into episode 15 of the Pick and Max podcast. Stay tuned for some TikToks that are going to be coming out following this podcast, as well as watching out for next Wednesday for episode 16. We're trying to make our way to 20 weeks consecutive of doing the pod, and 25, 50, 100. We're trying to go all the way, guys. But thank you again for tuning in to the Pink and Max podcast. We're going to see you guys next week. Peace.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.